Salve galera, vamos continuando com a série de Rise of the Argonauts. Vamos a mais uma parte. Bom, é o seguinte, tem que resolver esse mistério aqui, ó. Mas primeiro eu vou pra cá, ó. Vamos ver o que tem lá. Acho que até por aqui a passagem. Ah, é aqui reto, ó. Olha aqui.
Argonauts is a great man.
Talhador.
Praise Athena.
Aqui eu acho que é a casa dos trabalhadores. Dois caminhos para ir. Pegar a esquerda primeiro. Nossa, aqui tem dois caminhos também. Aqui, ó.
I am Jason. You should head back to
Eu
the
cliquei para
village.
falar com ele e pulou já o diálogo.
But look at the state of my meatworks.
Ah, esse aqui é o fabricante de
I
hidromel.
must salvage what I can. Does Dionysius still live? Be hard to replace his spice trade.
He's alive and well, relatively speaking. He's with the other generals back in the village. He's eager to speak with you.
I bet he is. Well, one skin of mead survived Athena's intervention with me. I'll go pay him a visit.
Aí é o fabricante de hidromel. Agora sim, ó. Nossa, aqui na frente não tá marcando nada, ó. Ixi, esse aqui tá morto. Ó. Desenvolvendo. Adeus.
Listen, stranger. My end draws near. Let me go to Hades, an honest man, if not a good one. I am Nico. The guards are innocent.
Ah, é esse cara aqui, ó, o Nico.
I
Ele que é o
used
culpado.
the idiot to summon them. Knew the one would take the bait, planted the poison with the other.
Pelo menos confessou.
The coins in my cellar. Deodorus, forgive me.
Sneaky bastard. Looks like those two back in the village are innocent after...
We'll share what we've learned when we return to the village.
Achei que o Jasão ia fazer a prece aqui, mas não fez. Que estranho, o mapa tá bem estranho aqui, ó. Eu tô aqui, só que ainda tem caminho pra cá, ó. Bom, então agora vamos lá pro outro lado. Nem prestei atenção aqui se tem alguma coisa pra cá. Não, não tem. Tem arme, ó.
From this spot did the first settlers of Kithra gather wood from a lightning split tree. They used that wood to erect a shrine to the gray-eyed goddess. Over the ages, that shrine of wood has grown into the marbled halls of the Temple of Athena. All great things grow from it.
This Herm should talk about where the marble came from, not the wood. The marble still stands.
The magistrate's daughter.
Protect her!
O Pan tem um ataque forte. Agora ativa o vento, ó.
I thank you, stranger. You have saved this shrine.
I was more concerned with your safety.
Our duty is to live by the virtues. What happens to us after that is Athena's charge. The years have not been kind to this shrine. I have much work to do to restore it.
Iona, the shrine can wait. Go see your father. He is worried about you and anxious to see his daughter home.
You are right. Discipline to my father honors Athena as well.
Go straight home, Iona.
Salvou o povo de Kithra. Athena beneficia a lança. Apolo escudo. Hermes a espada e Ares a maçã, ó. Vou colocar essas virtudes aqui que eu aprendi tudo pra Athena. Vou botar esse aqui no lugar desse. Aparecem sementes elétricas no chão, causando dano nos inimigos. É só voltar mesmo. Provar a inocência aqui, ó, deles.
Welcome back, Jason. What can we do for you?
These guards are innocent.
What? No, no.
Magistrate, go to Nico's house and check his cellar. Hurry. Let us know what you find.
As you say. What have you learned?
These men didn't kill Diodorus. Nico did.
I told you!
Silence! How do you know, stranger?
We found Nico in the swamps, wounded by an Ionian spear. Before he died, he admitted to the crime. He said the guards were innocent. The evidence was planted, and the missing coin was in his cellar.
It's true! Nico's cellar is full of coin. These men are innocent. Release them!
What do you know? But what about Pyrrho?
You heard him!
You said Diodorus was unconscious when you arrived. You might have saved him if you called for help. Instead, you left him there while you filled your pockets and ran off.
Well, Nico's the murderer, not me!
Jason, what do you say? What should be done with Pyrrho?
New evidence has surfaced. Let Comius go. As for Pyrrho, let him have a new trial now that the truth is known.
Another trial? I didn't kill him! This isn't fair!
It will be as you say, Jason.
Damn you! Damn you all!
Aí.
You've truly served justice here. Athena.
I have heard of what you've already done here. Athena has surely chosen you to bring justice to Kithra. I have tried to lead a disciplined life. But if this can happen, what is the point of discipline?
Tragedies can test the strongest.
My father, all of us, we failed. If we were more courageous, perhaps we could have driven off the invaders. If more wise, we could have seen them coming. If more disciplined, we would not have been so easily surprised. Sometimes, it seems the virtues are at cross purposes with each other. How do we choose between them?
The virtues are more alike than different. Their boundaries are not rigid. I think Athena wants you to live a righteous life. And in doing so, you will satisfy all the virtues.
You are wise indeed, Jason. Athena chose well. I will think on what you've said. May Athena bless you all.
Protegeu a pureza de Iona. Conseguiu entrar no templo de Atena. Habilitei todas as virtudes.
The hero of Kithra, return! Jason of Iolcus. Behold, the fulcrum of justice. This mace was once used as the ceremonial scepter of the leader of the Silver Order. We hereby present it to you as an honorary member of the Order and a hero of Kithra.
3 cheers! Hail, hail! 3 cheers! Hail, hail! 3 cheers! Hail, hail!
Thank you all. May your order long flourish.
Fulcro da Justiça. Ó, todos os ataques com maçã têm uma chance de atordoar os inimigos ao acertar e uma grande chance de atordoar quando um escudo é destruído. Ó. As expressões de Ares esmagador de crânios melhoram isso. Aqui não tem nada mais. Ó.
Ericos had his one lap.
What?
Only a month late. I
see some meads.
Yeah.
So, how about a little...
Achilles.
Just a sip.
Let's go.
Aqueles queriam um gole de hidromel. Tinha que ver aqui agora se eu ganho uma outra arma. Pô, cara, só atrapalha esse Aquiles, meu. O cara vai sair, o maluco para na frente.
Praise Athena for bringing you here, Jason.
Where did Strixa go?
Who?
The little girl. She was at the Ring of Virtues when you...
I don't know any. Strixa? I'm sorry.
You saved my life, but more importantly...
Aí, ó. Aqui eu não tô ganhando nada. Só vasculhando por cima, né, pra ver se eu vou ganhar mais alguma coisa. Ah, cara. Aqui não tem nada. Aqui mesmo que eu tenho que ir, vamos ver o que vai rolar aqui.
Jason, on behalf of Kithra Village, I want to thank you. You have restored not just the Ring of Virtues, but our people as well.
It was Athena's will that you be saved. Now, our business lies in the temple.
Be careful. Ionians followed Perseus inside before the gates closed, and Phaeton may still be there as well.
Vamos adiante então, ó.
Something's been bothering me. That odd little girl, Strixa. Where'd she run off to?
I have a feeling we'll see her again.
A feeling, huh?
Opa, tem mais aqui. Pô, é forte esse negócio.
Ahead lies the Temple of Athena, sanctuary of the Golden Fleece. Praise and glory to Athena the Bright-Eyed, Athena the Virgin.
Sanctuary of the Golden Fleece. Who's in charge of keeping these things current?
Aqui eles acham defeito em tudo, velho. Mais aí. A mania que esse jogo tem de aproximar a câmera, ó. O cara não enxerga nada no negócio. Deve ser bug isso. Tem que dar toda a volta aqui porque ele não passa. Não, olha.
These panels tell the story of the origins of the Golden Fleece. When this temple was first built, Athena herself inspired the artists. Would you like me to narrate?
Tell us the tale, Pan.
As you wish. When Zeus claimed dominion over land and sky, not all of the vanquished Titans were sent to Tartarus. Those who did not oppose Olympus were spared, including the brothers Prometheus and Epimetheus. These artful brothers were charged by Zeus to create both man and beasts to populate the new Olympian world.
And then?
Epimetheus worked first and created the beasts. He gave to each their qualities. The birds were given flight, the bear was made strong, the horse swift, the peacock beautiful.
And then?
Prometheus then set about creating man, only to discover all the good qualities had been given to the beasts. Man would be a flawed creation.
Flawed.
But to make up for this, Prometheus gave him two great gifts. An upright form in the image of the gods, and knowledge of fire, stolen from Olympus. With these gifts, Prometheus knew man would gain superiority.
And then?
Epimetheus was jealous of his brother's craft, not wishing to be judged the lesser by Zeus. And so he made one more beast, taking back all the qualities from the others and giving them to this new creation. When he was done, there stood a magnificent golden ram. Epimetheus boasted that man was inferior to his creation in every way.
What of this next panel?
Crafty Prometheus suggested they bring their two creations together to better judge their quality. Prometheus knew that despite 2 great gifts, man also had vices, among them jealousy and a hunger for power.
And a hunger for mutton.
What happened next?
When the 2 were placed together, the man quickly saw that the ram was beautiful, potent, and completely trusting. Seeing this, the man fashioned a spear, slew the ram, and took its hide, which he then wore as a proud raiment.
The ram's hide is the golden fleece.
As old as mankind, a symbol of both his vice and his virtue.
So the first weapon was a spear. Good choice.
Go on.
The Titan brothers were sent to Tartarus. Prometheus for stealing fire, and Epimetheus for creating the ram. The gods of Olympus then argued about what to do with the fleece. Zeus wanted to destroy it, but Hermes believed it should remain in the world to ensure everything done could be undone. Ultimately, a compromise. The fleece would remain in the mortal world, provided it was kept under the care of wise Athena.
That turned out well, didn't it? Should have given it to Ares.
Go on.
And so the fleece was kept here at Athena's temple on Kithra, guarded by her priests. Athena gave a drop of her divine blood to her first high priest as a boon to assist in this sacred duty. And so the bloodline of Athena was established.
There's a lesson for us all in that tale.
The pleasure is...
I believe you.
Come.
Aprendeu sobre a história do Velo de Ouro. É importante fazer essa turnê aqui, ó. O cara ganha uma expressão, ó. Aqui, ó. Ganha uma melhoria média em força. Isso é bom, hein? O menu desse jogo é muito lento. Tem que ser mais rápido. O que é isso aqui? Aqui é pra ouvir de novo. Opa, tô chegando aqui, ó. Vai ter alguma coisa nessa parte. Ah, olha lá, ó.
3 more are waiting for you here, but these 3 do not know they will.
There is one thing I don't understand, Strixa. Or should I say, Athena. Why make the people of Kithra wait all these years before setting them free?
And what should they have been set free to? A ravaged island? A shuttered temple? Their leaders dead? I have preserved my people, protected them until the arrival of someone.
Jasão se ligou agora que ela era Athena.
I believe you might be that person. Your resolve on your quest has shown me as much. Will you prove me right?
I am determined to save my wife. Whatever it takes to do that.
3 more cases you must weigh. 3 more judgments you must cast. The 3 who remain bear the burden of this island's fate.
Where is Phaedon?
Phaedon is in the Hall of Philosophy. You must uncover the truth.
Phaedon, Perseu e Medusa.
In the Hall of Guardians, Perseus kept. You must learn.
The High Priest.
She must be judged. Only then.
We will.
Remember, those outside, those inside the temple house, and be sure.
Now how did...
Tem que julgar os 3. Perseu, Phaedon e Athena. Athena não, é Medusa, tô viajando.
Now, who gets gutted?
We must deal with both before we're done.
Aqui, ó. Aqui e aqui, ó. Mas parece que a Medusa é a última. Nossa, esse aqui tem menos importância que esse, ó. Vamos aqui primeiro, então. Aqui tem um
philosophy. Let all who speak within do so in the pursuit of wisdom and justice. Let speech come from the heart.
Witch head.
Another useful piece of advice.
I hear people ahead.
It sounds like a debate.
Ih, vão participar de um debate aqui.
My fellow philosophers, the Golden Fleece was an abomination. It had no place in this world. Its theft, criminal though it may be, will serve the greater good in the end. This I promise you, or my name is not Faden!
You are mistaken, sir. The fleece does have a place, and it is here, in this temple.
Is that so, sir? And who are you to say so?
My name is Jason, and I say your speech is false.
Then we must debate, sir. That is, if you have the credentials to speak before such an august company.
Hear, hear!
Our custom demands that all who speak in this assembly first demonstrate a modicum of knowledge of the subject at hand.
Let there be questions, and let him offer answers.
Certainly you would have no objection to establishing your familiarity with the history of the fleece. For example, a most rudimentary question. Who created the Golden Fleece?
Nossa, cara. É a história, meu. Vamos ver aqui.
What's the answer, Pan?
The Titan Epimetheus.
The Titan Epimetheus fashioned the golden ram whose hide became the fleece.
Correct!
If you speak by proxy, sir, why not simply remove yourself as intermediary and let... Otherwise, I think we've heard enough from your horned and hirsute Shall we continue? Here's a question any acolyte would be expected to answer. What two gifts did Prometheus grant unto man?
Puxa vida. Quais foram as duas dádivas que Prometeu concedeu aos homens? Forma perfeita, eu acho.
An upright form in the image of the gods.
And the other?
Ah, meu. Astúcia, eu acho.
The second gift was devious cunning.
Did he say devious cunning?
Knowledge of fire and an upright form in the image of the gods. That is the answer. By the gods. The ignorance of others is an immutable surprise. For our general amusement, then, tell us, who killed the golden ram?
O homem, eu acho.
It was man who slew the golden ram.
Indeed it was.
An excellent response.
A seed of truth. But does it lie on fertile ground, or cling in vain to rocky perches? You seem to possess a rudimentary understanding of the fleece's Very well. If nothing else, I'll help expand your education. Charity is a virtue, too.
Faden, set the bounds of this discussion.
The proponent, Faden, a humble servant of this temple, and the opposition, Jason, an itinerant traveler from parts
Argument? The first.
The fleece is an abomination. Was not he who created it, the Titan Epimetheus, Cast down into Tartarus by Zeus for doing so? Clearly, the Lord of Olympus judged the act of creation to be evil and worthy of damnation. Can we not then infer that the product of that act is also evil and worthy of damnation?
A persuasive argument.
And yet a flawed one. Epimetheus' proud defiance of the command of Zeus was the cause of his undoing. How he defied that command is immaterial. His failing was due to a lack of humility. His pride drove him to create the golden ram in foolish competition with his brother. For that he was cast down by Zeus. Not for what he created, but for why.
Yes, your argument is sound. You have my support, sir.
Pure sophistry. A clumsy argument to snare the feeble-minded. We continue.
Argument the second.
The fleece circumvents the will of the gods and the natural order. The immortal gods look down from mighty Olympus and wish such and such to be. And then Cleophas, the half-wit goatherd.
I say we just kill him.
No mortal should have the power to countermand the divine scheme of life, death, and afterlife. I, for one, believe the will of the gods should be inviolate to the whims and caprices.
A devout argument indeed.
Devout? I say a cold and cynical one. What of men who honor the gods? What of men inspired by the gods? Does my opponent deny that through man the gods can enact their wisdom? Your low opinion of our kind is unfortunate. But even more troubling is your low opinion of the gods. Surely those whose minds are perfect can foresee all outcomes, fleece or not, and act accordingly.
Indeed, a stirring rebuttal. You have my support, sir.
An untenable retort. The standards of philosophy here are lacking. We continue.
Argument the third.
Verily, the golden fleece brings out the worst in men. Wars have been waged for its possession. Brother has killed brother to claim its very presence on Kithra endangers the people of this island. Woe unto he who sleeps upon a bed of gold, for light is his slumber and his trepidation constant. Greece is undoubtedly a more peaceful place without the fleece in it.
Insightful words.
That ugly woman sure can talk.
Do not fool yourself in thinking that a decrease of temptation ensures an increase of peace. Men will fight. They always do. If not for the fleece, then for power. If not for power, then for land. If not for land, then for gold. It's a flawed world, and we are its flawed inhabitants. It takes conviction to do what's right in such a world. It takes justice. Let our lives be ruled by order, and the evils of temptation diminish. In the right hands, the fleece is an instrument of justice.
A sober argument, but for me, it collapsed under the weight of its own impetus. This point belongs to Phaedon.
A carefully measured decision. And now for the closing arguments.
Eu ganhei duas e ele ganhou uma. Acho que eu tô ganhando, hein?
I appeal to the most discriminating sagacity of this assemblage. The fleece is an abomination, a singularity, and singularities are dangerous things. It has the power to conquer nations, the power to raise the living from the dead. It gives its power indiscriminately to any who can claim it. Why do we risk such calamity? And for what? All that good men should reasonably do, they can accomplish without the fleece. We are better off without it.
I am a king, not a scholar. So what wisdom I have is born from governing men. not studying parchment. I am not one for ostentatious pedantry or spurious erudition. I will leave that to my opponent. What I do know is this. The fleece is a relic of our common past, intimately tied to that which makes us human. The only thing certain in this life is we all are to leave it eventually. The fleece may delay that moment, but it cannot remove it. We men are transient things. The fleece does not change them. As such, how can the fleece be out of place in the mortal world? It was born of this world. We are taught that the Titan Epimetheus made the golden fleece. But why did he make it? To rival the glory of man. Is the fleece a risk in evil hands? Yes. But in good hands, it keeps us humble. For there is nothing we can do that it cannot undo. Used with prudence, the fleece encourages discipline and imparts wisdom, ensures justice, inspires courage. I hope all here would agree that these virtues most certainly have a place in the...
Brilliant! We hear Athena's wisdom.
Hear, hear!
Well spoken, Jason.
Aí.
Truly, you are a man of many talents.
Someone fetch a laurel crown.
You can't all be persuaded by this chicanery.
Wonderfully said, sir.
Bah. It was too much to think this self-important rabble could comprehend simple truth. You, sir, are the most dangerous kind of...
There is no debate or argument with evil such as this.
Silence, filthy thing! I am
Se revoltou.
the voice of this temple.
Well, well, would you look at that?
You are a black tongue.
What? Not that it matters now. That slut Medusa.
No!
The fleece left Kithra in the raven's clutch. The black...
You fiend!
Where is it? Where is the fleece? You will tell...
It is where you cannot find it. Where you cannot even search. This sword, it once belonged to a priest of Hades. We had we argued over who was the rightful
Se eu matar ele, parece que eu vou ganhar uma espada.
He claimed Hades. Despite my flawless reasoning, he simply refused to acknowledge.
Fiz 50 escolhas alinhadas a Hermes. Oh, merda. Pô, quando ele tá assim não dá pra atacar ele, ó. Enganei ele, ó. Usar a lança aqui, cara. Dá mais dano, eu acho. Ah, que caralho, meu. Ele só vem em mim. Acho que o porrete deve dar mais dano. A maçã. Caiu. Chifre de Hades, ó. Todos os ataques com espada têm uma pequena chance de ferir inimigos, mesmo que eles estejam bloqueando, ó. Eu vou ficar com essa. Depois desse debate emocionante, né? Onde é que tá todo mundo que sumiu? Vamos voltar. Ah, estão aqui, ó.
Praise Athena. I can't believe that we philosophers failed Kithra. We must re-examine our entire...
Your arguments about the importance of the... I have committed them to memory, and will see that... Thank you, Jason. I'm ashamed to say I once sat in that hall and shouted praise to Phaedon.
It seems Phaedon fooled many people.
Indeed. He had a way of being persuasive, but he had no answer to your argument. It was an honor to... Where did you learn to orate in such a manner?
I simply spoke what my heart told me. The best speeches are not prepared.
We who follow Athena are taught differently. But you certainly were effective in what... Thank you again.
Acho que é pra cá agora. É aqui.
The Hall of Guardian. Here train the soldiers of the Temple Guard. Here they take their vows of discipline, courage, and humility. One spear can change the course of destiny. Motto of the Temple Guard of Kithra.
It sounds like Perseus truly, after all. He ran back here for the spear of virtue.
Aí, encontrei todos os ermos de Kithra.
To Perseus.
Athena.
Dá pra ver que eu vou ganhar uma lança aqui, ó.
I am unworthy of your grace, but let me prove my devotion. If it takes 100 lifetimes, I will prove myself to you. Come no further. I am Perseus, guardian of this temple, and I will know your purpose.
Easy, Perseus. I am Jason, king of Iolcus. I've come to help you. Perseus, the people of Kithra live again. We've saved those we could.
The people have endured their judgment. I endure mine. Only I can atone for my own failure. You are not here to save me.
What judgment do you endure?
Athena has turned away from me. I can only hope to prove my devotion, so that she one day favors me again. I should have never left the temple after Phaedon and his corruption took hold. I should have stopped him. To stand against him, I would have had to oppose my sister. But I couldn't do it, so I left. I abandoned my duty. And now I'm doomed to never leave again.
Where is your sister, Percy?
She endures her own trial. She failed Athena as well, by succumbing to vanity and allowing Phaedon to corrupt. But she is less at fault than me. I knew what was happening, and failed to prevent it. Here is where I failed my goddess. Here is where I must atone.
Together we can find the Golden Fleece, and restore it to this temple. Would that not please Athena?
No. I cannot leave. I will not leave my sister behind.
If you will not leave, then I must find Medusa.
Do not go near my sister.
I have no quarrel with you, Perseus.
You are mistaken. If you try to see my sister, then we most certainly have a quarrel.
Your sister can't hide forever. She is accountable. Just like Phaedon, just like you.
That is not for you to...
Perhaps Athena fulfills her will through me. Have you thought of that?
Now you spew forth blasphemy! Phaedon once spoke as you did. He too was only here to help. Perhaps you are here to test me. To see if I'll let another outsider prey upon my sister. Not this time.
Quer lutar? Beleza, então.
Enough of this.
The spear! You have Athena's grace. Oh, Athena, what have I done?
You've spent too long thinking about what you have done. The question is, what will you do now? Where is your sister, Perseus?
She lies behind the waterfall. She is changed. I tried to protect her. Perhaps the time for
Achei que eu ia lutar com ele, mas acho que não.
The spear of virtue. Only the one who holds this spear is allowed passage through the waterfall. Take it. I believe you serve Athena's will. I submit to your wisdom. My sister lies through the waterfall. Let the judgment become.
Thank you, Perseus.
Lança da virtude, ó. Quando a lança atinge no chão, ó. Quando a lança atinge o inimigo, uma marca aparece no chão. Inimigos que a tocarem são atingidos por um raio semelhante ao poder de tempestade de Atena. Aí sim, essa lança é bonita, hein? Agora sim. Essa parte aqui não demorou tanto como o julgamento, né? Nossa, onde é que tá a saída? Ali.
Take care, Jason. My sister is different now. She will not listen to reason like I do.
Only one remains. Of all my people, Medusa is most responsible for the events that she has had time and opportunity to live, but you must decide her final fate.
Eu acho que a Atena vai me dar uma armadura.
Does she deserve death for the evils she committed?
I must tend to the people. They are my responsibility.
The people are children, low things dragged upright from the mud. They are not blessed with your gifts of wisdom and beauty, gifts that shine in you above all others. Only you are the divine conduit of Athena. Through you, her will is manifest. You must decide for the people.
All others? Really? And what is it I have decided?
Leave that to me. I know your mind, and everything will be done as you would have it done. But let me spare you the tedium and the drudgery of it all.
Very well, Théoden.
Foi persuadida.
What shall I do?
I know. A sculpture. You shall sit for a sculpture so that your beauty may be recorded for all time.
A sculpture? What a wonderful idea.
Is she a victim of another's evil, and one who may yet do good in this world?
Sister, no! The guard has served since the beginning of the temple.
We don't need them. You can stay, of course, brother. Théoden and I will need a personal guard.
What of the people? Who will see to their safety?
The people are children. Give them rules and make an example now and then, and they will fall in line. Discipline is a virtue, is it not? So we will give them discipline.
That man has corrupted your mind.
Take care how you speak to your high priestess, brother. Through me, Athena's will is done.
Either Medusa or her vanity must be destroyed forever. I give that choice to you. Use the virtues, Jason. They will keep your judgment righteous.
Completou Libra. Olha aí.
Am I even more beautiful than you? I've been told such songs from Ionia to Thebes. No! You can look what you can't touch. You maggots. You do not deserve to behold my divine radiance.
High Priestess Medusa, it's time to answer for what you've done to Kithra.
Athena sent you here, old bitch, jealous of my youthful bloom.
This isn't about your beauty. People are dead because of you. The fleece is lost.
Show you how a goddess deals with impudent mortals.
Use the virtues.
Athena's virtues will not save your lovely.
Give me time, and I can restore them. Wisdom is the simplification of knowledge.
I am a goddess. This is my temple. Don't you touch it.
Discipline is the order that allows freedom.
Athena's virtues will not save her, leave a scar.
Courage is always a choice.
This is my temple.
Humility.
No! My beauty!
Deteriorar essa estátua.
Get him!
virtues.
This is my temple.
Cara. Vai, Pan não... Ah, o Pan tá tirando mesmo, cara. Ele não tá indo lá, mano. Nossa, o Pan tava bugado, velho.
Medusa!
How will they know my beauty?
Sister, without virtue,
Ih, bugou.
you are not beautiful.
Bugou a legenda. Quebrou a maldição. Completou o virgem.
The true evil on Kithra was Phaedon. Killing Medusa will add no satisfaction. Let her live. But where once she ruled, let her now serve, helping the people of Kithra restore this land.
And by that, justice too has been served.
Thank you, Jason.
Medusa, as Jason has decreed, your penance will be to serve the people of Kithra in all that you do. Your first task will be to journey with Jason, help him find the fleece, and prove your new resolve.
I understand. I will do as you say, goddess. Perseus, brother, I am sorry.
Jason, you have brought justice to my sacred isle. Perseus will begin the work of rebuilding this land. He will no longer have need of my spear. You have proven yourself a man of virtue. To you, I bestow the spear of virtue.
I won't need this either, Jason. The armor of the Temple Guard
Ah, ele que vai me dar a armadura, ó.
Perhaps it will be of use to you.
I am honored by these gifts.
The journey ahead remains long and fraught with danger. Only by the virtues will you find what has been lost.
Welcome aboard, Medusa.
And so Athena's will is done.
Armadura do guardião, ó. Conforme o Jasão causa dano sem ser atingido, suas armas são eletrificadas, ó, ferindo inimigos mesmo que estejam bloqueando, como a semente luminosa de Atena. Vou usar ela. Será que a Medusa é a descendente de Atena?
Good time. Stars are clear tonight. Who's there? Getting old, Argos. Hearing things now.
Está ficando velho, Argos, ouvindo coisas agora. Ah, coitado do Argos.
Sleep now, old one. Embrace the abyss.
Argos. How did this happen?
I came out for some air and found him here.
But how?
In the middle of the sea?
Only the Black Tongues could have done this.
Well, they knew who to strike. Besides Argos, do any of us know how to steer this ship?
We can think of that later.
For now, we attend to Argos. Let the gods be witness to these last rites.
Mandar pro Ares.
Hear me, stout-hearted Ares. Here is Argos, friend, sailor, mentor. Let this man's virtue be a beacon for us who still live.
Homem gentil, ó.
Argos was a kind man. He shared his knowledge freely, with any who would listen. He has given his help to each of us gathered here, without obligation, without thought of benefit. May we all be as kind to our fellow men and women. Argos of Iolcus, find now your eternal place. Find now the fate you deserve. You are released from this mortal tether. May unyielding Hades have mercy on your spirit. I'm sorry, old friend. May we meet again in Elysium.
Poor Argos. You deserve a better end. Things have changed, Jason. Things are different now.
Speak your mind.
When it was just you and I, the dangers of this quest were ours to bear. But now there are others. And there's nowhere they are safe.
It's always been that way. We only see it now.
What happened to Alcime is an evil that I will do anything to undo. But there's something wrong. We're willing to trade a life for Alcime's. A friend's life.
What happened to Argos was wrong. Another in a list of evils so long we may never know where it begins and where it ends. But he built this ship, and he steered her true for the right reasons. Where does Hecate stop? Tell me, where do the Black Tongues end their malice? It only begins with Alcime, my friend. It doesn't end.
There are times when I watch what you're doing, and I feel ashamed. When my wife and child died, I buried them and mourned their passing. They received last rites within an hour of their deaths.
You did all you could.
No, I didn't. You're proof of that. Even when you didn't know how, you refused to give up. I'm sorry, Jason. I'm sorry to have doubted. I will honor the sacrifice of Argo. I am with you, Jason. Until the fleece or the ferryman. I am with you to the end.
Now hear me, Hecate. You fear a prophecy? I have a prophecy of my own that you should fear more. I will rend the very earth asunder and rip the stars from the sky to undo what you have done. There is no truth but this. I will bring you back, or I will cause the ruin of all things. So send your assassin. Go and marshal every Black Tongue on this earth and set them here again. They will not sway me from my purpose. They will not change my course a single inch.
Beleza, galera. Tivemos um fim triste aí com o Argos. Na próxima parte a gente dá andamento aqui à nossa série de Rise of the Argonauts. Obrigado a todos e até a próxima.